Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for this opportunity. I want us to have a recap class, what we are supposed to have last Saturday. We didn't have it, and I know this morning I'm introducing it. Sorry, I'm not having a slide because of maybe timing. There have been a lot of work for this week. But I want us to continue and finish on the part we started on sources of intelligence. And we said that intelligence has got a process, and that's one thing that I will want you to keep in mind. We must take process to collect the intelligence, and that's why we said that generally intelligence can be gotten from either covert or overt way. And I mentioned when you talk about covert, you are collecting intelligence when the person you are collecting intelligence from or about is not aware. And when you talk about overt, it's when the person is aware you are collecting intelligence about him or about the area where it is. So we say that it could be also an open or a closed source of intelligence, or what's called the clandestine. So when you talk about open source intelligence, is something that you're collecting in an open field. It can be in the public domain, in the internet. Those are all we call open source. But when you say that the closed source, you might not, someone might not know that you are collecting intelligence. For example, you can go to an organization and post to be somebody that searching for employment or somebody in attachment. And during the time you're in attachment, you are also collecting intelligence. A good example I gave is when we have the guys that were planted by the former DCI director, Kinoti, in KRA, and these are the people are taken there to be students who are in attachment, yet they were collecting intelligence that was used to know how corruption goes on in offices of KRA, and that is an example of a close source of intelligence. So we say that sources at a time could be used to clarify type of the intelligence, and this in this I said that when the intelligence is collected, is when the information is collected, sorry, is not unintelligent. It has to go through stages. It has to be checked. It has to be verified. It has to be analyzed. Is when you can treat it as a intelligent information, and that means that now when you say that sources sometimes could be used to be classified also according to type. And that's why I want us to look, and we know we started looking at it. I'm just repeating at least one part that we deal with, that we have also some common sources of type of intelligence. First, I said that the first one is what you call the human intelligence or HUMINT. When you talk about the human intelligence or HUMINT, we say that this intelligence is the one that is obtained through human being, meaning that a human being is used in collecting this information. It can be commonly used in a third world country, just like ours, and because now sometimes we are limited in terms of equipment, and also limited in use of other sources, which I'm going to talk about in today's class. And they say that when this information is collected, it's a human being that will be act as a covert means or overt means, because you can use both covert or overt as a method of collecting this intelligence. And having said that, we say that human intelligence, which we are abbreviating as HUMINT, you can also have given you how to pronounce that. Some people may have difficulty. You can say why HUMINT intelligence is a way which we gather intelligence, where we have what we call the interpersonal contact, where that yes, we gather the information and you are in contact with the person. Either you are working this person, you are just talking with them, or you are just following the purpose, which opposed to the other technical part of intelligence type or sources that we are going to talk about. Like for example, we are going to talk about the signal intelligence, where you have to use signal, and also the imagery, where you have to analyze some image or how to measure some intelligence and all that. So when we talk about the human intelligence or email, as we said, that is a collection of information from a human source. The collection may be done openly, for example, the one that are carried out by the FBI agent, like when they are interviewing the witness or suspect. And it may also be done through maybe the close or means, where we collect intelligence, what we commonly call espionage. When talk about espionage, when somebody says I'm an espionage officer, this person is collecting intelligence using a covert means. So we have this method used not only in third world country, but we say that mostly is used in third world country, but also in developed country like USA. We have a department of FBI which also use the same intelligence. Okay. Uh, then we, apart from that, we have what you call the signal. Apart from that, the second intelligent source I want to talk about is called signal intelligence or SIGINT. This is also, we can say, it's a wide source of intelligence that cover different type of signal. Here, when you talk about signal, what should come in your mind is the use of some electronic devices, and it can be looked into three categories here. For example, we have what you call the communication intelligence, where we use the communication signal to collect this intelligence. And again, we have what we call electronic intelligence, where we purely use electronic gadgets to collect intelligence. And also, finally, we have category called foreign instrument signal intelligence. So, for example, the communication intelligence, we can call it COMIT. The electronic intelligence, we can call it ELIT. And then the last one, foreign intelligence, we call it FISH-LIT. And you have those in your notes, you can refer. So we say, for example, when you use a USB sticker secretly to fit with the radio transmitter, that we talk about the electronic, the communication intelligence collection. You can also use iPhone malware to monitor the communication activity of the users. And for example, this sometimes connected in the computer or in the phone or in the cyber, and it will connect the communication when this person is communicating with a certain group. So those type also of connecting the signal, but now we are specifically connecting the information. Apart from that, we can also use portable continuous wave generator that can monitor the keyboard activity or offline computer to the keyboard vibration. And all that still we talk about type of intelligent, where we use now the electronic, because we are talking about portable continuous wave generation, that we use electron to collect the intelligence. So we say also signal intelligence is a very important, because it helps in comprehending what people like military officer and other immediate country might need to protect against rival. So, for example, you find that this type of intelligence is not only used to collect information from the other, but also it put in military equipment, so that it can also help in collecting information. For example, you can have maybe equipment or maybe installation in a particular area where people are fighting. I want to take an example of the war between Russia and Ukraine. Russia, because they knew that they are going to fight the Ukrainian, or vice versa Ukrainian, they knew that maybe the Russia will come to fight maybe in a particular maybe town. They can install some electronic equipment in those buildings, just type communication that they can know what they are planning. And also when you talk about maybe electronic, you can put those gadgets in a vehicle, and through that other advanced method you can know the location where this particular maybe team or the enemy are, and that will help you in planning how to ambush or attack. And that's all on the signal intelligence. So one thing that I want you to know purposely for the examination is just to know that the type of intelligence, and mention some categories, and just give example, even one or two, where it's being used, and it will be good to go. Apart from that, we have what we call the imagery intelligence or image, and we say that this is derived from the use of satellite, visual photography, or electronic optic. When we talk about optic, we think about the something to do with the, the eye, the sensor. When you talk about the optic method of collecting maybe information. So we have what we call the SAL and others as some of the way imagery intelligence can be collected. So we say here the image of the object are reproduced electronically and through other media. So the image of maybe the object that is of interest is collected through the above method that I've talked about. And we say that in image it's worked by converting the collecting images of adversary or the enemy. For example, during the World War II, both the RC and the Allied rely on what we call the aerial photography taken from the reconnaissance flights. So they were, remember, the Hitler, one advantage that he had against his ally, that it had already come out with what we call the warplane. And those warplanes were fitted with some photography, or the one that could take the images, the satellite images, and through that images they're able to know which place the enemy has built the camp, and they're collecting the intelligence using those satellite visual photography, all that. And we say that the plane will be equipped with what we call the state-of-art cameras, and they could conduct the dangerous flight over the mission to collect now the image to support the military planning. Because you see, the military want to plan, and for them to plan well, they must know the location of maybe where maybe these people are assembled, the warplane, or where the army are residing, and all that. So collecting the intelligence using such uh, plane will comprise what we call the imagery intelligence. And example of this is like processing that include developing things like filling, enhancing the images. You can enhance an image that collecting a particular place, and through that you can get information. And here I want to mention, like for example, you are looking for a location where maybe somebody live, you just have brief information. You can, like currently we go into Google, and we have something called Google location, and also Google map, and through that you can identify a particular road, you can identify particular houses, and this can help you for planning. Even if you want to go and arrest somebody, you know this person is living in Kangemi near the maybe the post bank, and for you to go there you have to plan what's the mode of entry, how are you going to reach there, what are other building, which place can you hide, so that you wait for this person to come, and you'll be now in this place collecting information that can help some people to take action. But now you'll be studying images, and those images we say that you can enhance them, so that you get more information, or then you can convert those images into data, into visual display. For example, you can get images of houses in a particular region, and those, instead of now representing houses, you can represent them in terms of dot, so that even if you are planning to for attack or for the mission, also because you can also collect intelligence for marketing, as we said, you can know that how densely populated is this particular place. So you'll convert this electronic data into visual display or in the graphic, and also you can also construct those electronic images from the image data and can help you in making some particular decision. Apart from that, we have also another type of source of intelligence where we talk about measurement and signature intelligence. And this is cover intelligence derived from collection of assets that collect that collection of sets, and this collection evaluate what you call the technical profile. It's cover analysis of things like equipment, emission, which may include things like radar, and intelligent, we call it Reddit, or infrared intelligent, call it IRID, or what you call the telemate intelligent or telemate acquisition intelligent, nuclear intelligence. I'm just mentioning this category under measurement and signature, but you simply just need to know this a source called measurement and signature. And in this one, you can explain that is used in detecting information patterns that have not been previously intercepted by other systems. We say that now for you to be a very effective intelligence officer, it's good not only to use one method or one source. You can also use this where you only do the measurement and looking at the signature. And we say that measurement and the signature is a technical branch of intelligence gathering which serve to detect, track, identify, or describe what we call the distinctive characteristic or the signature. Those distinctive characteristics, we can also call them signature, or fixed or dynamic target source. And when we talk about the MassMate or the measurements and signature intelligence, we can define it as a scientific and technical intelligence that is derived from analyzing of the data obtained from sensing instruments for the purpose of identifying and distinctive feature associated with the source. So we are saying that now this one, this equipment that are used to measure, they can be taking some of the sensing some instruments that are available. Okay, let's say that you are looking at where maybe bomb are. You can use this type of intelligent method to detect where maybe there's also, for example, the issue that was between the Iran and also United States, and also the Iraq during the Saddam Hussein. And they realized that now the intelligent officer that were collecting information whether the nuclear plant is being built there, they were using instruments that are sensing those particular maybe part of the nuclear, and this information they identify and say that this particular location is where these people are having a particular plant, meaning that there's emitted, or they say that there's a signal that is emitted in that particular place. So they're looking at area where there's a particular signal, and now through that now they can do the measurement how far in terms of location, and this will be used in identification of where this information or this equipment are. So we are saying in simple term, we are saying that the measurement and the signature intelligence is involved use of what you call the special design sensor. So there is a sensor that is used in collecting and analyzing the information that associate with the source. So here purely there's a sensor that is involved, and this sensor is used to detect. Once they detect or collect that information will be analyzed, And now once they analyze, it can be sent to a particular center, which now will now record it through other means that can be available, and through that now the intelligent report can be done. So that type of intelligence again is measurement and signature intelligence. Apart from that, we have also what we call the open source intelligence, or OSNIT. This usually derive from intelligent information that derive from places like newspaper. I talk about social media, library, and other media sources that are available to the public. For example, I said that one advantage we have right now as an intelligence officer or private investigator is that how to get the source of intelligence has been a little bit easier, courtesy of things like social media, Facebook, WhatsApp, and all that. And I did give an example when I was doing the introduction to this particular unit that, for example, if you have brought a case where a child has been kidnapped by maybe a close relative, you can first start getting maybe into this person WhatsApp. You can look at maybe the picture is posting, because nowadays even you as now you are sitting and watching this, I know you keep on updating what you call the WhatsApp status. And WhatsApp status, when analyzing, can give me a lot of information about you, about the places that you have gone, about maybe the style you like, about the type of the maybe the clothes you prefer. Again, is also about maybe the type of maybe information you love and enjoy, or the type of music that you like, because I can get it from open source. Why are we saying that this is called open source? Because the source where we are getting this information is in the public. Anybody else can get it. But what makes it different for you as an intelligence officer is that you are looking for a particular information. And this information, you are going to get it from that particular source that everybody can get it, but you'll be interested in about particular information. For example, you are looking for somebody who is conning people using fake maybe houses. Like there have been a number of people have reported that uh, through the newspaper they saw another house that was very cheap, let's say a three-bedroom house, and you are told that the rent is only 20,000, and they call and they confirm. They're taken to another part of the house. They view the house, they paid the deposit, and they were given the key. And when they went back now to go and occupy the house, they were told that that house is not fast even on rental. And when now you are told that now you want to collect information that will help in arresting this group, what do? As an intelligence officer, you will first get information from maybe open source like newspaper. You'll have a number of them, because these people always have what you call the signature. You'll find that they're the same people. Today they use this number, the following day they use this number, and all that. So what you can be doing, you can be calling those numbers. You can be now using those numbers and also using other methods, or for example, going through the mobile providers, and you see those numbers are used in the same form. So your source of information, where you get the number, was in the newspaper or open source or the internet and the social media, all that. So you say, for example, many countries actually drive the great percentage of their information from the open source. From the open source, you can know, you can understand the behavior of people, and you can understand now the behavior, what we call in security behavior intelligence. So there's also, you can study the behavior of people and can tell you more about that. So this type of source of intelligence, the open source, uses various sources that can include, as I said, social media, news article, public record, government report. For example, somebody has said that I come from this country. You want to know if you work using the fake document. You can go into immigration department finds which password is this person used to enter. Let's say the passport is using, like a case I know of one of the terrorists that uh, came, yes, from Yemen, but he came from Yemen, went to some Africa country, took some time in South Africa, and then from there acquire fake passport and fly from South Africa to Kenya with that fake passport and committed a terrorist crime. And when the intelligence were being collected, it was first uh, uh, um, and information, you were reading this as a African citizen who has been arrested as a terrorist in Kenya. But when you look at information and collecting the information from the open source, like now maybe places everybody, library and all that, immigration department, you realize that this person, yes, he came from South Africa, but now that particular passport, when used, was not for the person that was serving. And this information was got from open source. So we said that in contrast, the other form of intelligence gathering may focus on specific source type, but now the open source is a little bit very wide. And open source is completely legal because it's only use information that is available through open source. When you go with this information, so long as you verify that information, will get it from the source, that even if somebody go to collect that information, will get the same information without any form or alteration. It will be information that you can use even to bail a particular case. That means that it does not include information that is kept within your organization or database. So when somebody collects information about what you have in your account, the information you have in your computer organization, does not consider open source, and that's not legal. So it has to be information that anybody in the public can access. And that's all about the source of the intelligence. And I know this afternoon when we'll be meeting, we'll be able to be looking at principles that are attributed to intelligence. And I know when we'll be meeting together, we'll be able to maybe discuss more on this topic on um, principles that are attributed to intelligence. And I hope you've enjoyed and you've got it a little bit more clear. If you have any question regarding to this, you can talk to me through maybe the chat on this part of the YouTube. Also, you can also reach me through my number, which I know all of you have. Also, when I come to class, you can maybe try to raise the question so that see if you can identify it before we continue with the next session. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed. May God bless you. Thank you.